160,000 jobs added in April. The unemployment rate remains unchanged at 5%. What do you think, Ron?
I don't want to be a Debbie Downer.
But
I don't like. There's a
be.
series of reports here that I'm not in love with. The unemployment picture is not improving. We're kind of stuck where we were. Unemployment rate holding steady at 5%, which let's give the economy some credit. That's pretty good from where we were years and years ago. GDP pretty weak, only 0.5% growth in the first quarter. That's anemic. So we've got an economy that's really not growing. These employment numbers are not great. We did see wages tick up a bit, which we're always happy to see. But I'm not loving where we're going here. And I think there are a lot of folks that are not feeling this recovery that we've experienced really over the last 7 years. If you haven't been in the stock market, you probably don't feel that things are that good. And now all of a sudden it looks like things are kind of going on the down part of the cycle. And people are saying, well, wait a minute.
Well, if you do step back, though, and take the long view, even with the latest numbers, I think we've averaged at least 200,000 jobs.
We have.
Every month for 5 years, which it doesn't really get much better than that. I think even if you go back to previous cycles, and I understand there's some definitely underlying weakness, but that's pretty strong.
Now, let's step back and take an even bigger picture view here for a second. If we think about the way things have progressed here just in the last decade, we talk about
are we going back to before the wheel was invented, or
somewhere
last
revolutionary
decade.
time?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
If we think about the advancements in technology, we talk about unemployment, we talk about wages. We think about it from the consumer's perspective. As technology continues to make our lives better and better and better, it brings the cost of a lot of things down. At the same time, it eliminates the need for a lot of that human capital out there. So I think even bigger picture, the concern has to be, at some point, do we become so dependent on technology that this completely wipes out the need for human capital in a lot of these job markets, at the same time bringing down wages? I mean, if you look at things like Amazon's robots running their warehouses, for example, online banking, all of these kinds of things, just a little piecemeal at a time there, but over the course of the coming decade and further, do we need to look at sort of a new normal for unemployment, either higher unemployment numbers or just wages that get kind of stuck?
I was listening to a sports podcast that I love to listen to, and the host actually said his son asked him if he could go to basketball camp this summer, and his dad said, "You can go to basketball camp, but I'm also going to send you to coding camp." Because
smart,
that
Sure.
is
Right.
really what students need to be learning in this new economy.
Agreed, and I'm okay with 5% unemployment. That's a pretty good number. The U6, the broader measures at 9.7, still not too bad. It's the GDP numbers that are more concerning to me. Zero interest rates for a long, long period of time just to get us where we are today. There's not a lot of strings you can continue to pull if economic growth continues to go down. Some countries have gone to negative interest rates. Go figure that. So that's what concerns me.
Safe to assume that we're not going to be having a rate hike in June, as many previously thought we would?
I think rates are going to stay put for quite some time.